I'm Isobel Mercer, I'm Senior Policy Officer for RSPB Scotland, and we're out here in Kinghorn. Most people in Scotland probably know the Firth of Forth, and they've probably been past it a lot of times, but you might not realise that a huge amount of this area, stretching right from the heart of Central Belt right out to the coastlines of East Lothian, is protected by European legislation because of the amazing wildlife and birds that it supports. Out on the Forth Islands, there's tens of thousands of seabirds like gannets and puffins and fulmars. And then out here in the Firth of Forth SPA, it's the amount of internationally important birds that come here every winter that makes it such a special place for wildlife. To date, in the UK and Scotland, the EU's played a really fundamental role in protecting wildlife, and actually around 80% of our environmental protections in Scotland and the UK currently come from the EU. And it's scientific evidence has shown us that these protections do actually work for making sure that the nature that the site is designated to protect is actually doing well. But the problem is that as we leave the EU, those regulations are now at risk of being potentially rolled back. So we need to make sure that as we leave the EU, there isn't any weakening of the protections for wildlife in Scotland. It needs to be strengthened to give it more independence from government, to make sure that it's really robust and can hold government to account on its decisions relating to the environment. But we also need to make sure that it has the teeth to enforce its decisions. And the key thing is really that at the moment, Scottish citizens and any organisation can go to the European Commission and lodge a complaint if they believe that something in their local environment or something in general in Scotland isn't going right with the environment. What we want is to make sure that Scottish citizens and organisations will have the same rights once we're outside of the EU that we currently do, in terms of being able to take action and have a voice relating to our natural environment. So we want to make sure that everyone has the right and ability to stand up for our environment and make sure that wildlife is being protected. So if you, like us, are passionate about Scotland's nature and you want to make sure that EU exit doesn't lead to a rolling back of our protections, you can help us by joining the Fight for Scotland's Nature and emailing your MSP to ask them to vote for amendments to the Continuity Bill that would ensure nature is properly protected as we exit the EU. It's really critical that this bill not only retains our existing protections, but also puts in place laws that we can build on in the future to make sure that protections to wildlife are actually strengthened, and places like this can not only remain but become even better places for wildlife.